Welcome back to the Photoshop how-to series. How to make. You get it. So I'll be showing you guys how to use adjustment layers in Photoshop, brightness, contrast, levels, and the rest. You'll be surprised how much you can do with those adjustment layers and how much you can take a design from, let's say 40 to 90. That is 50. So let's head into Photoshop.
Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to be looking at adjustment layers, and then one way to be doing is using a couple of pictures to illustrate how to best make use of adjustment layers of tips and tricks. So, and you can find the adjustment layers of your functions or panels on this panel here, so you guys can see it. And if you don't see it, you can hit window and then come up to adjustment and make sure that it is checked. Yes, I'm going to check mine again. Yep, so first adjustment. So whenever you click on an adjustment, it creates a layer in your layers panel. So whatever you do, just make sure it's inside of the layer. Make sure you have your layer selected. So first one we're doing is looking at the brightness and contrast layer. So once we click, like I said, it makes its own layer, and it affects everything that is under it. So if you want to restrict the brightness to just one layer, like I mentioned in our other video, you can always right click, then click the mask. So the brightness layer only affects this layer beneath it. Alright, so we don't need that because it's only the picture that's here. So as you can see, we can increase the brightness, or maybe reduce contrast. If we increase the contrast, it's going to look messy. So this is pretty much all brightness and contrast does for you. Let me see if there's another image. Yeah, I think brightness and contrast will go pretty well here. So yeah, so we can have this image looking a lot more interesting. So yeah, so on to the next one. Have levels. So what levels does for you is that you get to basically, there are different things you could do with it. Or you get to this triangle on the left side indicates the dark sides of the picture, and while this triangle on the right side, this is white, it is light sides of the picture. So you get to adjust just those light sides. So you can give the person, this kind of golden effect. And then slide in the middle just tells you to which side it tends, to go to. So I think I'll just leave that somewhere here in the middle. And at the top here, you can adjust this same concept for each color. As you find with other adjustment layers. So this is like the extreme, bringing in the red, and this is the other extreme, taking away the red. So that's the basic idea of levels. So it's just playing around these things to see, what works best for you. That's the basic idea. Alright, so next up is curves. So curves does pretty much almost the same thing. So this side, if you pull, you're going to see a red line here. So if you pull, and you see a gradient here showing at the same triangles, showing the dark sides and the light sides of the picture or whatever you have, beneath. So the curves basically allow you to do what levels does, but then with more room for adjustments, curves, and just playing with those middle areas. And there's some funny stuff like this, which I probably would do if I were designing. So let's go back. So it's basically levels in curves version. And if you click on a certain part of your image, it does this weird thing, this weird thing with the colors. So I'm not sure what exactly that is, but feel free to tell us what it is in the comment section. I haven't had cause to use it, that's why. So like I said, um you can bring up the different colors and also adjust them. So if I want to, have less red in my picture, I can just drag this down. If I want to have more red, I can same thing, blue. So I'm going to use this particular one to illustrate it. I like this one too. So let's bring up our colors and then green. Red tone. So let's exactly. So this gives the image like a sort of different vibe than it's having before. Like it looks like it's in summer now or something. So that's what you can do with colors. And have exposure. Exposure basically, ooh, that was blown, apart. Exposure basically exposes your image. It's just a different form of brightness. I think that blows your image out of proportion in terms of brightness. So you can just slide this to look. So Gamma basically tries to darken those dark areas. So it looks this way. I probably won't be using that a lot. So let's move on to vibrant saturation. So vibrant, it also increases the vibrance of your image. Let's see, let me take a look because so vibrance kind of just increases, that vibrance. Then saturation gives it a lot of color. That's on the plus side. On the minus side, it takes away your color. Basically black and white. So that's the end of the spectrum. So let's move on to hue and saturation. I want to use this instead. This image instead. So hue and saturation. This allows you to basically play with different colors, and it works well on designs or images that already have colors. So it just allows you, play with some really cool stuff. So you can adjust specific colors like in the other ones. So if I want to adjust the reds, I can adjust just the red parts of like I'm actually just figuring this out. I understood the concept, but then I didn't know it was that distant. For example, the green part of the pitch, if I want to adjust, just that, So this is like a really cool way of changing the color of things. So let's try again. So hue, saturation. So won't change the pitch color, which is green. Then we just drag, change it to red, or whatever this color is, or purple. And we can also increase and reduce the saturation, make it black and white, and increase how much white is in the page for that particular part, and then how much darkness there is there. So that's just one of the cool things you could do. So you could make a general thing, just switching with the colors, or you could attack a specific color. Let's do magentas, cyans, yeah. So I'm sure you could tell that the background was a shade of cyan. So now we can attack just the background and change stuff, and that's pretty cool. I think. Let's leave that somewhere here. All right. So next one will be color balance. So color balance basically adjust. For example, you can pick what part of your image to adjust: shadows, midtones, or the highlights. So whichever one of those, you can make it more of a particular color, as you can see. So I'm currently adjusting the shadows. So you can make it whatever color you see fit. So if I want to adjust the highlights, which is basically the bright parts of um, the image. I can do the same thing. So I can give the image like a couple things. Alright, so next up is black and white. Yeah, so this basically makes your image black and white, and you can also make different adjustments. So what this does, or these options that it gives you here, is that this part of the image, the parts of the image that are red, you can make it either really dark or white. Parts of the image that have yellow, you can make them really dark or white. Parts of the image that have green, you can make them really dark or white. Cyan, you know that the sky is actually blue, so, or more cyan, so you can make that really dark or white. So pretty cool stuff, like just really nice for adjusting images and doing some random stuff with it. So you can create different filters and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. And we have the photo filter, which I rarely use. So this basically helps you give a warming kind. It just allows you to give different vibes to an image. Right? So it's like a preset kind of thing, and then you can pick the color yourself by hitting this circle here, and then you can pick the color or vibe you want to go with. So it's like a form of color grading, but I know color graders will laugh at me for this, but it's just like a mini form of color grading, and you can adjust the density, how much of it you see. So channel mixer, another one of those ones I rarely use. So same thing, just the basic idea of this adjustment layers is to just pick each of these things and play with them and see what to get you. So you don't necessarily need me to show you and tell you what it is for. Of course, I understand that sometimes people need some direction. So yeah, so color lookup. Alright, so this I most certainly did not use. So I'm just going to be skipping this because if you're most likely watching this, you're a beginner, so you won't need this yet. So next one is invert. So this basically helps you invert your image. So a lot of techniques, procedural techniques in Photoshop make use of invert. But for now, just know that it inverts, colors of your image. Color profile. So posterize kind of gives your image this cartoonish effect. That's the same thing here. Yeah, I think I like what this looks like somewhat. So you can adjust this. So if you need to adjust your make things or tweak things in your adjustment layer, and you can't see what you normally would see, you can hit this here, properties. That will get. So you can adjust the level of posterizing you have on the image. I think I like where this is at. So it's cool stuff. So we have threshold. So threshold gives like this black and white effect, and it's used a lot in procedural techniques in Photoshop. So let's take a look. Right, so how about selective colors? So this is another way to change colors. Photoshop. Let's move back here. Alright, so the next one, selective color. So this is like a another way to change colors in your designs. So now if you take a look, you can, like I said, pick the colors here. Green, so you want to attack the green, so you can make it reduce the level of cyan there is, and reduce and increase level of magenta, reduce and increase level of yellow, reduce and increase level of black. So pretty cool thing to do. Let's pick cyans and make there be more cyans. Let there be more cyans. So you can increase level of magenta. So you're basically just attacking, particular colors in a picture and then tweaking them to look a certain way. So lastly, we have our gradient map. So this is where I'm going to use my gradient map. So gradient map basically applies this really nice effect on your design or your image. So what you could do is you could hit reverse, you could reverse the colors, and then you could change the colors. For example, if I want a black and white effect, boom, really cool black and white effect. So gradient map is a nice way to, there are a number of ways to have a black and white effect, but this is one really cool way. And you can reverse this, of course you don't like what you see. So you can pick other colors aside wise. For example, if I want mine to have a blue tint, exactly. So this is a really nice way to have such effect. So to change the color, just click that gradient ramp there, then click this, then tweak away. So the important thing to note is that you'll always make sure these colors are a contrast of dark and white colors, because your images on a normal day you would have dark and light parts. So if you have light and light colors, then you have your colors looking weird like this, insufficient. So always make sure that the colors you pick are either dark, or are both dark and white. One of them must be dark, one of them must be light. So I think we have something really cool looking here. So yeah, so that's it.
As usual, I hope that was explanatory, and I hope did justice to the topic of adjustment layers. So if you have any questions or any things to add or anything you want us to go through, please make sure to say it in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you soon.